The Lord be with you. Well, we are sitting in one of the only rooms in my house, as we've been doing these at-home meditations for so long now. I think this is one of the only rooms I haven't shown you up to this point. And that's because this room is my daughter's room, or was my daughter's room. She has officially moved out and is preparing for college, and she is the first one in the family to leave the nest, so that is still something that we are adjusting to and sort of adapting to. And along with that, something else that's new today is recently I just got a t-shirt. I think I had mentioned in a video way back in like April that camps this summer we're doing, or we're anticipating to do very, very poorly. So I had my Covenant Point mug that I was drinking from as a reminder to support the camps in our conference, because the vast majority of their income comes in during the summer months with their summer camps. And obviously registration was going to be virtually impossible, and that's essentially what happened. Now that we're towards the end of summer, we have seen that there just wasn't the opportunity to safely do camps with social distancing and all the other things that needed to be done. So the camps took a big hit. One of the things that Covenant Point up in the Upper Peninsula did was they had this t-shirt fundraiser sale to help kind of contribute to some of the funds that they were losing. Both my wife and I got t-shirts that say, "I would rather be at camp, summer 2020. Just another reminder of how incredibly difficult and fractured this entire summer has been. I know we've had some very up and down experiences as a family, just with the transitions going on there. I know many of you have had just incredibly complicated things that you've had to deal with. And one of the ways that we had sort of started back in the days of quarantine doing for videos was introducing these spiritual disciplines or practices. Mainly because these were things that you could do individually. These were things that you could do in the comfort of your own home. Things that would kind of center you and help you connect with God, especially when most of the practices, communal worship and those kinds of things, were not able to happen. So we've talked about things like centering prayer and practicing the presence. I think we did some Lectio Divina. And one of the things I want to introduce, still a spiritual practice that's fairly easy to do, something that you can do by yourself, something that can still sort of bring some kind of hope and sanity and peace in the midst of the craziness of our lives. I know even though we're not under quarantine anymore, I've still got craziness going on in my life. Ask me sometimes about my refrigerator story. I'd be happy to share that with you. But we also trust that you are still having some crazy times and things that you need some help with. So this practice is called palms up, palms down. Sometimes you'll hear it in the reverse order, palms down, palms up. Either way, it's a practice that's sort of centered around the idea in the New Testament. 1 Peter 5 says, "Cast all your cares or your anxieties on Him, on the Lord, because He cares for you." And a very similar idea is found in the Psalms as well. So just this simple idea of giving our cares over to the Lord. And the practice itself, very, very simple. You just sort of sit as you do with most contemplative or centering prayers. Get yourself comfortable, quiet yourself down, and then after a few minutes, as you start to feel sort of focused and calm and relaxed, just start to feel where the tension is. Where's the anxiety? What are the problems or the things that are sort of weighing on you in the moment? And as those sort of bubble up to the surface, as you start to visualize those and think of those, start with your palms down. And this is the sign of release, that you're trying to physiologically get your body to just release, to let go of these things, as if they're weights that you are dropping from your hands. And take your time with this, don't rush it. Take some moments to continue to think, it might be this particular burden, it might be this particular emotion, it might be this particular issue, but then there are other things that are sort of connected or other things that are separate from it, and just kind of keep that posture of palms down while you feel these weights sort of leaving your body. You're physically and symbolically giving them over, as if the invisible but eternal hands of God are underneath, receiving those things from you, taking them from you. And then after some time, when it feels like there are less burdens and problems coming to mind, maybe a little more moments of silence and stillness in between, then just slowly reverse your palms upward. And this is the symbolic gesture of being in a position to receive from the Lord. So now that you've let go of all the weights, now you are ready to receive good things from the Lord. And again, this can be entirely silent. This can be entirely just in your mind, or if you need to use words, just keep things very simple. Lord, I'm ready for whatever you have for me. Lord, please fill me with good things. You can say when your palms are down, Lord, take away all these troubles, clear me, heal me. So as you're sitting with your palms up, again, just wait and see what kind of feelings, what kind of thoughts the Spirit brings your way. Hopefully things like peace and gentleness, love, hope, that you should start to feel those things welling up inside you. And again, after some time, don't rush. When it feels like things are slowing down, just sort of take a few more moments of silence and stillness, and then just close your time with a word of thanksgiving, and then move on with your day. When this was taught to me, one of the things that we did was kind of a variation of this same exercise, where you could sort of, as you're reviewing in your mind feelings that are welling up, you could, with each individual one, sort of turn your palms down and give that one thing over to God. And as soon as you felt like you have dropped it and released it, and you're ready to receive, then turn your palms up. And as you're waiting to receive from God, if a new problem, a new burden, a sorrow or grief wells up, then go back to the palms down. And when that's gone, so you can keep sort of going back and forth until you feel like you have emptied yourself well and been refilled by the Lord. The point is, either way, to try and rid yourself of those burdens, those stresses, those anxieties that we're still having, so that we can go with empty hands back to God and wait for Him to fill us. So that's it. Very simple, very sweet. Again, just something that I hope is beneficial to you, especially as we are in these uncertain days, whether it's summer or the upcoming fall. We've still got lots of things to worry about, lots of things on our minds, lots of things that we just need to give over to the Lord and trust Him. And we need Him to recenter us and fill us with the good things that He has. So as always, in these days of ongoing pandemic, I am still wishing that the peace of God be with you. Amen.